Hello, and welcome to another wonderful episode of Sports by Compian. I am Stephen Compian, joined here by Christopher Motherfucking Compian. Chris, how are you today?
Friends, I'm doing just fine. Quite excellently. No complaints
It's
and
lovely to see
such.
you in this here place.
That's right. That's right. I'm in the place and it's quite fabulous.
It's nice of you to join us. All right. So, can you see this here screen, Christopher? Sharing the screen.
Sure, watch stream. Yeah, here we go.
All right, cool. So let's go ahead and pull up this Bucks game that just wrapped up just a little while ago. We saw
Oh,
another
nice.
good
Another
get right game for my Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thank baby Jesus, we finally have two
a
two
win
wins in a
for the
row.
lads.
Look at this. We
Nice,
just need to play some
nice.
actually good teams apparently for us to finally win. We don't like beating those bad teams. Only good teams, Chris. That's how the 2022 Buccaneers like to go. We've beaten the
That's
Cowboys.
right.
We beat the well, the Rams are pretty shitty too, but also the Seahawks had a winning record for sure. So we win the games. Whatever. Brady had one interception. Leonard Fournette had an interception on one of the most ridiculous plays I've seen, dude. Just tons of momentum going for the Buck side, and they call a run to Leonard Fournette out of the shotgun, and then he just it's a wildcat to him, and then he tries to throw it to Brady, like across the field, and it's just easily picked off. Brady falls down on the play and gets called for tripping. Pretty ridiculous play altogether. Like,
He tried to trip the guy.
yes, he fell down, and the guy kind of like fell on top of him, and he kind of like tried to trip him. It was quite amusing, dude. It was
You know
well.
what's
I would have
funny?
been more amused if they would have just thrown an interception, but yeah.
You know what's funny is Giselle accused him of the same thing.
No,
Oh.
I don't even get that reference actually.
I don't know, just throwing her into it for no reason.
Yeah, she's apparently down there partying in Costa Rica, as per sources. So, they
Oh
they
yeah,
probably have a
yeah.
vacation home down there by now, right?
Oh, probably. Yeah,
I
she
mean,
doesn't stay at hotels. She just buys the hotel and stays there.
checks out. Yeah, that would be the move. Just have an awesome hotel that you go and stay at. Anyway, this was a good game for us, man. It was. We had a hard time containing DK Metcalf, but for the most part, the Bucks defense stood up today. You know, Devin White had a probably momentum shifting play, and I've gotten on him on this podcast for sure. So
Nice.
kudos to him whenever he does do something right, because he came on this one play. I don't know what the play call was. Gino looked confused back there, but he's like trying to run around. Devin White just
Mm,
comes flying up, man, and fucking, Gino did make a cut to the inside, but Devin went right for the ball, punched it out. We were already at our red zone, and we got the ball back, dude. That was fucking huge because we took it back and scored. That's what it was, the only touchdown we needed to win, apparently.
that's
But
right. That's
yeah,
right.
huge
Take
play out
that,
of Devin White.
Seattle.
Huge win out of Devin White, and man, you know what? The Whites stood up today because we finally got a running back fucking running the ball well in Tampa, dude. Rashad White today, 22 carries for 105 yards, Chris, but he could have had a touchdown at the end of the game. Kid showed a
Mm,
lot of football knowledge by sliding down so that we could just kneel the game out and not even give the ball back to Seattle, which, I mean, we probably would have won
nice.
regardless, but it was still a very
But
high IQ move for him, for sure.
for sure, give him no chance.
Give him no chance whatsoever. And the kid got over 100 yards, man. Oh my God, Chris, he had one of the most beautiful runs. It just fucking slices through the defense, and the safety's kind of chasing him, and he just waits for, catches it with one of the most beautiful stiff arms. It's gonna be
Oh.
on highlights for a while. He sent this kid flying.
Oh.
Unfortunately for him, 57, who later had a nice interception on Brady, was right behind it and cleaned up the tackle. But it was still a beautiful way to end a huge run. We look like we
Yep,
got a running
yep.
back in Tampa, dude. I'd fucking love to see it. You know, Leonard Fournette lost his starting job to this guy. Leonard didn't have a bad game. 14 carries, 57 yards, and a
Yeah.
touchdown. That
57 doesn't cut it though.
that
57
interception was
doesn't win the
ridiculous.
game.
Dude, well, it's just good to see Rashad White out there just running the ball well, and the Bucks running
Yeah.
game finally looking like something dangerous. So that was huge for us. That
Yeah.
was definitely the story of this game.
This guy Vaughn got 2 yards. He got like a carry a yard. What a
Yeah,
noob.
he kind of struggled with the run, but he did have a huge third down conversion. Brady was under pressure and was just barely got the ball out to Vaughn, and Vaughn like sort of broke the ankles of like one of their best linebackers and ran for 10 yards, and The linebacker was injured after the play and everything. A bummer to see, and you never like to see a guy injured, but
Of course, of
fucking
course.
huge play out of Bond to convert a first
Nice.
down on a one pass. So this was a huge good win for the team in general. Godwin finally got into the end zone, which as a fantasy owner I was very happy to see. But
Yep,
yeah,
yep.
he
Love
got
to
his
see
first,
it.
he got his first touchdown of the season. So love to see it. Love to see it. Good win for the Buccaneers. We do have a full graph of things we're going to talk about, so we want to go too deep into this NFL slate, Chris, but we will touch briefly on it because it is the
Sure.
NFL. Obviously the game of the week is going to be Buffalo and Minnesota. They're doing that during 12 p.m., which is a huge advantage for Kirk Cousins. Everyone knows why.
Yep.
We don't need to get into it, but I mean, he's not a primetime player.
We don't need to talk about Kirk
We don't
Cousins.
need to get into it, but he does not like to play like a prime time, to say the least. And then we got Detroit versus Chicago. That's bottom feeder game. We got Jacksonville versus the Chiefs. And now I would say this is a trap game for the Chiefs. These Jacksonville Jaguars are feisty motherfuckers. We'll see what happens. It's probably gonna be an easy Chiefs win, but you can always think it's gonna be a feisty game.
Yeah, I don't know.
versus Miami.
3-6.
Dude, Cleveland versus Miami could be a lot closer than we think. Cleveland is a pretty frisky team themselves, and I personally, as a Nick Chubb owner, hope he goes off. You got Houston versus the Giants. This should be a Giants win. We're going to see something amusing later on that Illinois was ranked 21 until yesterday where they just lost. But it says something about Lovie Smith as a coach that the minute he leaves Illinois, they suddenly get ranked. Huh.
Wait a minute. Did Houston and Indy tie at some point?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That happened.
So they
I think that was
actually...
week one, actually. Yeah, that was like week one.
They just accepted a tie?
Oh, yeah, that's a thing in the NFL, dude. That happens. It's happening like once a year now, if not more.
Really? I'd never heard of that before.
Yeah, it's starting to happen a lot now. It's kind of weird.
Alright. Anyway, carry on.
So, yeah, basically, I just think it's funny that, Lovie Smith leaves Illinois, they get ranked. He goes over here, and for some reason, Houston's like, yeah, you should be our coach. And now they find themselves 6-1-1. And the Giants breathing down their throats, about to send them to 1-7. I think these things are amusing, Chris.
Yeah, they seem connected.
I'm just saying. Anyway,
I see a pattern.
I'm not saying this, Chris, as a former Buccaneers fan who endured 2 years of Lovie Smith's coachship, where we probably won about 4 games in those 2 years. But
right.
I'm not saying it from experience or anything.
We love the Lovie, except when he tries to win football games.
I just think his defense may or may not be outdated, and he may or may not have no idea what's going on with offense. But,
Lovie.
All these hard facts against you, Lovie. Sorry, Lovie. Oh, no. Anyway, New Orleans is taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers today. This is a nibbler game, but holy heck. Oh, wow. It looks like my camera froze, which is awkward. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. But yeah, I noticed the camera freezing, but I assumed you were just
cool. Look at that, I fixed it.
Puffing keyboard cleaner or something.
Well, if you notice, if you notice that again, please bring it up to the public. Anyway, so dude, listen, the Steelers. I really hope these guys can somehow beat New Orleans because fuck New Orleans. All right, fuck you guys. You're terrible.
Yeah, New Orleans. We're not into them.
No, they suck, dude.
All right, fair enough.
Anyway,
Kick rocks, New Orleans.
Fucking Tennessee and Denver. Russell Wilson desperately needs this win, but I don't think he's gonna find it here against a frisky Tennessee team that. Those 3 losses, I think 2 of them, like they were fight. I don't know, like I haven't been following them that closely, but they're a frisky team out there in the AFC. I think they're gonna take that game.
So what like sage words of advice do you think John Elway has for his boys?
For Russell Wilson?
Yeah.
Probably
what? Run the ball, dude. You're a noob. Give it to the running back.
I really don't know. It's hilarious to watch trade on Russell Wilson right now, man. It's crazy. I mean, but I guess that's what happens when you get like $250 million fucking guaranteed into your contract, and then you don't.
Oh shit!
And then you don't play like very good football. Like this is what happens when you're getting paid the big bucks, Chris.
Yeah. You know what's interesting about that is that ties into our UFC story. We'll talk about that later, though.
Okay, cool. Let's wrap this NFL slate real quick.
No, no rush.
But either way, so we hope that Pittsburgh can pull this off.
Excellent.
Denver's probably gonna lose. The Colts are looking for answers out there. First game with intermediate head coach Jeff Saturday. The fucking Vegas is definitely out there looking for answers too. So two teams.
Man, I wonder how fun those Vegas games are when they play out there.
I'd like to go see one day actually.
Right?
Cool.
That'd be badass.
Definitely. I think it's kind of expensive right now because the stadium's kind of new still, but it's probably not.
Right, for sure, for sure.
Actually, who am I kidding?
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know. So of these two, I think LA figures it out, and Las Vegas finally figures it out, gets their life together. But I said that last week when they were playing the Jaguars, and they should have won, and they just absolutely bobbled the game at the end. So whatever, man.
Yeah,
Cowboys hopefully could keep their momentum going and beat the Packers. Sorry, Taylor, but we are a Cowboys podcast here, Chris. We are
yeah. No, definitely.
As we are a Vikings, a couple other teams, but definitely a Cowboys supporting podcast out here.
Sure, sure.
Cardinals and
Oh
LA.
shit, Philly is killing it this year. Good for them.
Philly is undefeated, Chris.
Yeah, Jared must be happy about that.
I bet he's not paying too much attention. But if he does know, he probably is slightly happy about it.
Yep. Wait, who does LA have now? Oh, they have some Rams. Good for them. All right. They've had the Rams for a minute.
LA has the Rams, and they also have the Chargers.
So greedy.
Yeah, it's kind of greedy of them to have like two teams out of 30.
So what, San Diego just gave up their team and they didn't get any replacement?
Pretty much, yeah. Much like much like St. Louis lost their team. Like the Rams were in St. Louis before.
And got no replacement.
Got no replacement. No.
What if you're like a diehard football fan in St. Louis?
They did have the St. Louis Battlehawks.
Oh, no. Is that the minor league guys or what?
There for a little while. They did. Crumble.
Oh my god, you just become like a hardcore Battlehawk fan.
I mean, the whole league kind of crumbled, but the Battlehawks were pretty good, man. They had a pretty good quarterback.
Interesting.
I think he found his way into an NFL training camp.
Nice.
The longest standing guy was PJ Walker, although he finally lost his starting position last week whenever he threw like 3 interceptions. Like the kid had like 3 attempts at one point and like 2 interceptions. It was like, oh no. Dude.
Ooh, that's tough.
It was a bad day for him against Cincinnati.
Ooh, yeah.
All
Completing
right,
passes.
Personally, the Rams and Cardinals are playing bad, and I think the Rams are definitely going to figure it out for this game. The Cardinals are an absolute mess this year, which I personally, as a Kyle Murray hater, love to see because I just don't like Kyle Murray. I don't know why, but I just don't. So anyway,
take that, Kyle Murray.
I totally fine if he continues to suck. Chargers are going to probably handle business against the 49ers, I would imagine. Let's go Justin Herbert. We got Washington at Philly. It would be interesting to see Tyler Heineke pull off an upset, but I think Jalen Hurts handles business. And
I heard Bezos and Jay-Z are looking to buy the Washington Commanders.
Apparently, yeah, they're having big fancy dinners. Imagine being a fucking fly on the wall for that dinner, dude. Of 2 guys talking about buying an NFL franchise, like.
I mean, what's there to talk about? It's like, hey, bro, I got billions, you got billions. Sweet. What kind of tequila should we drink?
It would be a cool story. It would be a cool, like.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure there's details to work out.
Oh yeah, dude. There's so much fucking.
I wonder how much the team costs.
I don't know, dude.
How much are they worth?
NFL franchise, dude. Holy fuck, that'd be a goal. Like, that's a Gary Vee guy, like one of the motivational guys who's all excited. You may have heard of him. But the Jets are like slightly good this year, and he's like one of his things on social media is like, receipts, motherfuckers, receipts. Because he's like, anyone who was talking shit about us before, I got receipts on you, motherfucker. Dude, that's a good momentum for life, man. Whenever you're down and you don't feel like it, just fucking take receipts on those motherfuckers counting you out.
That's right. That's right.
But anyway, dude, that's the NFL slate for this here week. I think it finishes off with Philadelphia continuing their winning ways. Now,
all right.
Chris, you brought a very important sport to my attention that we didn't quite really know about here, and that is correct. These guys are in fact fighting each other with swords in a ring, Christopher.
Yeah, full contact, full armor, medieval knight fighting. Now, so this is the one-on-one version, which is.
You just do a knee into armor, huh? Is that a good idea?
His knees are
Look
armored
at that kid.
too.
That kid is just laughing his ass off.
Yeah.
He's like,
So
"Oh, this
yeah,
guy's
right.
laughing so
Yeah, right. I
much."
see him over there in the corner. He's loving it.
He's like,
So
these guys really throwing swords at each other?
so yeah. So one on one is obviously very different tactics than sometimes they do 5 on 5. They do
What?
16 on 16.
Oh
I've
shit.
seen 150 on 150. Although that's a little boring because they're a little tentative. And they use a lot more of axe mounted on pole arms. So they'll have like these real long axes, like reaching over, just like and so when it's multiple knights on like a melee, once they're down, they're out. So it's like kind of different tactics. In fact, like the judo or like samba.
Oh, God is
Uh,
nice.
yeah. There's a lot of using the edge of the shield there. They really love using the edge of the shield.
Yeah, look at this shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the end of that fight. Oh, did you speed it up?
Yeah, well, it was getting a little boring there, but like, holy fuck,
Yeah.
what happened here? This is rough, dude.
So it doesn't stop when the guy goes down.
No, clearly not. And the referee took his time saving him. That's for sure. It's
He
almost
sure did.
it's almost
Like the
the
guy
other
got tired.
Well, the other
He
guy
got
lost
tired
his-
of.
Yeah, the
He
other
got
guy
tired of
lost his-
smashing him, right? He's like, I think he's had it up. Yeah, look, the referee's just over there having a cocktail, dude. Oh, they see that last one that got him in the arm? I think that was bad.
Yeah, that's it for him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fair
yeah.
enough. So your boy with the green armor kind of pulled it out. So
Yeah,
this
so-
M1
so like I
put this
said-
shit together?
Yeah, M1 Global's a Russian. Obviously, they got a pile of Russian fighters, but yeah, they're a Russian organization.
Look at this guy.
I'm not-
Ass motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're. You see, they got all these like
I love
military
how, like,
pictures
there's,
up.
There's only 2 people with pictures, and one of them is 0-1.
Dude, they look like they're in like military. These are the night guys. Yeah, okay,
Well, this is
okay.
the medieval division.
Yeah.
Because,
Dude,
like,
they're all
honestly,
from-
these guys like
they-
just do a whole bunch of shit.
Dude, a bunch of them are from like Russia and Ukraine, obviously. So I don't know how flourishing that league is doing these days. But anyway, there's the IMFC. That does a lot more multi-night melees, and that's like I said. Once
IMFC?
they go down, they're out of the fight. So the strategy's a lot different, and they use like different weapons and stuff. But yeah, that the judo or like sambo throw is like super handy.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
and then you hit him with the spear.
well, if you throw him down, that's it. He's out. If not, like, dude, a lot of times they just like batter away at each other with mostly axes is the preferred weapon, like every kind of axe. And dude, I can see because a sword isn't all that effective against armor. Like you saw that dude won with his shield.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that too. A lot of dudes have these like narrow like triangle shields that are a pretty good offensive weapon. But yeah, I actually find the medieval
His shirt off for some reason. So does this guy.
yeah. Well, you see, they've actually won a few, so they're like, all right, you've won it. We'll actually take a picture of you now that you've won a
There's
few.
some guys that are like 9-0 with no picture, so who knows how that selection process for pictures.
It's like if you took a picture of yourself and sent it in, they'll use it.
That's how the guy who's 0-1.
It's like, do you have a bathroom selfie? Send it over.
Dude, because they sent it out like in an email. They're like, "Hey, if you want us to put up your picture on the website,
Right.
send it in." And like,
Meanwhile, only those guys have. Those are the only guys with emails.
The other guy just gave a fake email so they could join.
The other guys, everything is just mail.
All right, let's see. Any good,
Anyway,
fucking
yeah.
shit.
Well, they haven't done anything since 2020,
Yeah,
obviously.
it sounds
So
like they're dead though.
none of it's super current, but
It's pretty crazy though. I have definitely seen some videos of it. So I think it's good for us to know that it's out there. You know.
yeah,
That
for
people are
sure.
out there battering each other with weapons.
Right, and like
Specifically the
professionally.
Russians, why are these guys? Why are the Russians always out there doing hazardous shit? Are they preparing for something?
Oh man, it's like a whole nother culture of like,
Telling you, dude, them and the Chinese ally up. We're gonna be in real trouble out here.
yeah, I agree. I agree. I
Like
think
they're
it's
already trading
definitely
knights, dude. They're trading knights while we're over here trying to figure out
dude,
what order to go into
everyone's
bathroom.
trying to be influencers over
Yeah,
here. Yep.
we're over here trying to figure out like who should we go into which bathroom, and if and if
Yeah,
dudes should be able to, if the
exactly.
dudes should be able to compete with like women's sports, like.
Right. And like letting the politicians divide the country in half.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz
Oh my God, yeah, Putin's throne.
that's super healthy that, you're either one of two groups.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I'm sure that's gonna be great. I mean, probably all got changed from this last midterm election. You went and voted, right, Chris? Stop it. Stop. I don't like your attitude right now at all about this. Okay,
Okay, yeah. No, you're right. Right.
You're
Too much
absolutely
attitude.
ridiculous. You're
That's
absolutely
ridiculous.
ridiculous. That said, there was a lot of libertarians on the ballot. It was quite lovely for a change. All right,
Nice. I'm
dude.
happy to hear it.
So before we move on, I just feel like this is a great time for us to talk about our first non-sponsor of the day. Do you have somebody prepared? If not, I have someone.
No, go right ahead. I didn't know we were back to doing non-sponsor
Oh, we never
sponsors.
stopped doing non-sponsored
Oh,
sponsors.
okay,
Don't be
okay.
crazy.
I was misled apparently. All
Yeah,
right,
no,
fine.
don't
You
listen
go ahead.
don't listen to the propaganda out there, dude.
The
There's a lot of
propaganda.
yeah, no,
Okay,
it's
fair
Russian
enough.
propaganda, probably. So I'm looking at
Okay.
this product. I'm not totally sure who the company name is, but basically it's an electronic duster. It probably is Snuff on dot TM. Yeah, that's them. That's the name of the company.
Is that what you were huffing
Stop
earlier?
Stop it! Stop it! I'll huff whatever I want, you fucking
No,
guy.
just a callback out of nowhere.
I'll be out here huffing whatever the fuck I want. But anyway, dude. So this stuff here cleans your fucking shit. It fucking makes it all sparkly. It gives it makes it all cold. It fucking dusts out this shit. It looks really cool. Whenever I
No,
remember,
I probably need some of that to tell you the truth.
when I remember to do it to my computer, I think he really appreciates it and sends me an email later about how much he appreciated me doing some maintenance. So yeah, if you guys have electronics, dust happens, dude. It just happens. It's a part of life. I probably have more dust in my house than most people, but seriously, get a duster. Surf on one, if you will.
Is
Keep your
that
electronics
because
on.
of the cats, or do you just have like a really dusty dick? Like, is your dick
Yes,
just
it's
shedding
the
dust
dick.
all the
You're not
time?
supposed to bring it up, but yes, it's the dick. It's a really dusty
I
one.
knew
It just
it.
creates extra dust. There's just extra dust and for no reason.
It's just all this dead skin just flaking off.
Stop. Now you're ruining it, okay? You had to go too far.
Now it's too much. Okay, that's fair.
Alright, so look, dude.
All right, here we go.
Compian hasn't touched base on college football, like, at all this season.
All right,
But,
all
now
right.
that it's getting down to the wire, I wanted to bring you in as our expert on college football.
Oh,
For
absolutely.
us to touch base on this, figure out who's good, who's bad, and what's going to happen come college national championship time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what? They call me the three-eyed raven of
Do
college
they?
football.
Of college football? Who calls you
Yeah,
that?
that's right. Because I see it all at once.
Chris, who calls you that?
Well, you know them. They.
Okay, them or they, got you. I don't want to offend anybody. We'll just leave it at that.
La gente.
La gente está diciendo estas cosas.
That's right. That's right.
Alright, I believe it. All
Shout
right,
out to my gente that are saying these things.
gente, shout out. So week 11 just wrapped up. Great times for us to check in on these guys and see who's who. So UFC out here handling business to start it all off on Friday night. They absolutely handed a beating to their neighbors in the what's that conference? I think that's Pac-12. So
Yep.
yeah, they beat the hell out of Colorado, 55-17. The Trojans are now 9-1, only one loss, and sitting at number 8. Ohio
Hmm.
State took care of business against the Hoosiers. They are now 10 and
No.
0 and sitting at number 2. So right now, Chris, they would be in the National College playoffs.
Ohio State is always super good. They
Always
must
super
put a
good.
ton of money into their football
Oh, so much
program.
money, dude. So much money. And then we got the LSU
Yeah.
Tigers, Chris. They are they are 8-2. This is probably the only college football game I actually did catch a plays of because it was going on while I was at the gym. The
Yeah.
Razorbacks had plenty of opportunities. I'm a little surprised by this. Their offense just could not get going, which isn't too
Hmm.
surprising. I mean, it is the LSU defense, so like I don't blame them too much.
Yeah.
Their quarterback was like dancing around, running for his life all day, so it doesn't surprise me too much that they
Hmm.
just couldn't quite get it going. I mean,
They're like spaghetti shooty.
let's see here. So Cade had 5 rushes for like 17 yards, like so, and that's their quarterback. So, rough
Hmm.
day for him. Not a lot going on their offense. They even brought in Malik, whoever. So, I figured we'd
Hmm.
talk briefly about that one. But yeah, that's Arkansas. Arkansas keeps it close against the number 7 LSU.
Good for you, Arkansas. You tried.
So remember when we talked about Purdue about our boy Levy Smith? So this is his previous program. Is Illinois, and as a guy living here in Illinois, we don't want to see them lose. So this is a bummer
Yeah.
that they're now
Yeah.
7-3,
Yeah.
but they're having a pretty good season overall. They will probably be invited to a bowl game, so you love to see it. They were ranked 21 for a little while there. Probably will be back out of the 25 again now that they lost, but you know they're out there trying their best. This was probably a crazy ass game, dude. Notre Dame barely hangs on to a win here against Navy.
Oh, holy shit! Look at this.
Yeah, dude, 35 to
Like,
32. Like that's
like
wild.
someone like slipped horse tranquilizers into like the defense's
Yeah,
watering bowl or something.
right. Like didn't tell them that it was happening. I don't know who.
Yeah,
I don't know
they
who.
just hang out in the locker room, guys. We don't need you today.
We don't need you today, boys. So Tennessee puts an absolute beat down on their SSEAC rival.
Yeah, take that,
The
Tigers.
Tigers got their ass kicked. But dude, I don't know who beat the Volunteers. I'm pretty sure they took down Alabama earlier this year. Still, they are
No.
sitting at number 5, Chris, which is great. But if they stay there, they will be left out of the college football playoffs.
Hmm.
So I think it
Hmm.
needs some adjustment, man. Like, geez, only 4 teams get in.
That's tough.
College
Yeah, I
football,
know.
it's kind of tough. I mean, it's better than what it was. It was 2 teams before, but now it's
Like just bowl games for the rest of them.
yeah. I don't know what you gotta do. Yeah,
Bowl game.
everyone else gets bowl games, so they'll probably get like something like one of the really good ones, like the Rose Bowl or something. But a chance at
Bowl
the national
games for a
championship.
lot of you.
A chance at the national championship is what they all really want. So speaking of
Right.
teams that kind of come out of nowhere, Liberty Flames. I think Liberty is where Malik Jackson came from, or Willis. I'm sorry.
Liberty
The guy over
Flames,
there with
huh?
Tennessee right now. But yeah, they lost even though they are 19 to Connecticut. Will likely fall out of the
Where
top 25 as
where's
well
that
now.
school located?
Liberty?
Yeah,
That's a good question. Where the fuck is Liberty?
'cause they're new, right?
Yeah, I don't know if they're new, but yeah, you're right. I actually haven't heard a lot about them.
All right. Anyway, it's not that important. We can move on.
Yeah, I don't know. We have to pull up their website and see.
Yeah. No, we don't have time for these
We don't have
noobs.
time for those noobs. So Clemson continues to be a winning program. Wow, they're 9-1 and they're 12. Damn,
Out there putting it on,
dude, it's
motherfuckers.
rough out here. These guys are 9-1. These guys are 9-1 and they're fucking 12. Like, jeez.
I know it's brutal.
They
You
probably have some
can't
big
lose.
They probably have some big games coming up. So if they can pull those off, maybe they'll get a chance to move up.
Hmm.
So we got NC North State falls to the Boston College. That's a bummer for
Hmm.
NC State. They're likely also to fall top 25. I don't even know if they're gonna fall out of the top 25. I'm not saying about all these teams, but I don't fucking know, dude. Looks like everyone's
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah. Because there's just so many.
yeah. Either way, our boys Penn State are handling the business, bro. Let's go. You may wonder why we
Oh
like
damn! Holy shit!
we went to
Put it
Seahawks
on
games,
them.
so yeah, they just chilled in the second half, dude. They literally put up a field goal and that was it. They just kicked the shit out of them in the first half and called it a day. And
Wow.
apparently that was enough. Maryland was like, "Yeah, no, we don't want to play football today. That's all good." The
uh,
Huskers, dude, are getting their ass kicked. Good old Nebraska, man. They're struggling to figure their program out. Either way,
yeah. What's going on with them?
Michigan remains undefeated, Chris, and they are
Uh,
still at number 3, still playing
okay.
really good football. They are currently in the college football playoffs.
Nice. All right.
Then we have Alabama with 2 losses, Chris. Not one,
Hmm.
2 losses for the
But
Crimson
they're still
Tide.
ranked 10 though.
You might have been wondering why are they ranked 10? Because this is Alabama we're talking about. They have now gone 8-2. They had the Rebels a loss, so the
Huh.
Rebels are now 8-2 as well. Big game right
Oh,
there. That was a
man.
big win for Alabama. For Alabama. Who is
Alabama.
this? What's this called? United Kentucky,
UCF.
Central Florida. Central Florida. God damn.
University, Central Florida.
Yeah, that's the call. Anyway, so they pull off an
Yeah.
upset against Tulane. Good for them.
Alright.
Good for them. 22 beats 16. Georgia, of course, they're number one. I was wondering who it would be. So Georgia, they're
Oh.
number one, 45. They absolutely handle. They are still undefeated and are in the college football playoff. So that is Michigan, that's Georgia, and that's Michigan State so far. So who's number 4? TCU's number 4. Okay, we'll get to them in a second. Washington with a huge upset. Look at this, dude. Washington is number 24, and they've just beat the Oregon Ducks. Oof.
Oh, wow.
That is
Yeah,
a
that's impressive.
That's a Pac-12 matchup, so a divisional matchup. You know, it makes sense that they just know them. They play them every year, so you know, it's a division rival game, as you could say. Anything could happen. So 37-34, big win for Washington. Huge loss for Oregon.
Hmm.
Kansas State. Look at these guys. 31.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Over Baylor. They are hanging on to their position in the 25. With all the other teams that lost this weekend, they will probably be moving up, Chris.
Alright.
Moving up in the world. Ooh, look at
Moving
this.
on up.
North Carolina's 9-1, and they are at 15. How about that? And they hang on to a win against a frisky Wake Forest team. Really,
Demon
kept it close.
Deacons.
Kept it
What
close.
the hell's a demon deacon, dude?
So the Hornet
Is
Frogs
that
are
like
also
you're a
defeated.
church deacon, but you're a demon too?
Hold on, was that the demon?
Wake Forest. Come on, dude.
What? All right, well, what's a tier hall here?
Yeah, Well, that's a kind of goat.
Oh, okay, but a demon.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird too, but it's like there's a certain kind of mountain goat they call the Tar Heel because he like climbs mountains so
Wake
good.
Forest is mad sketchy anyway. Like the best product to come out of there was fucking Jake. Not Jake. Jake Cutler, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, totally sketchy stuff.
Sketchy dude. So that's a sketchy school down there. So the Hornet Frogs, those Christians, they're
Yeah.
Chris. They are the guys who are
That
in the
is
football playoff right now,
interesting.
and they are also undefeated. So there's not a team in that top 4 who's undefeated, Chris, which means if none of them lose, teams like Tennessee will not be able to get in. Teams like Clemson will not be able to get in. Teams like the tier halls we just saw will not be able to get in, and Alabama will certainly not be able to get in. So that's interesting. Quite interesting. Florida State puts a whooping on the old Syracuse.
Syracuse, yeah,
And, once
boom.
again, with all the losses in the top 25, you would see Florida State probably move up here. We got Utah, another beatdown against Stanford. Look at that. And they are at 13, which they will also probably be moving up since a couple of teams like Oregon lost.
Yeah, they wrecked
Oh,
them.
and number 9 lost. Look at ULC, dude. Honestly, if like so like a college football game thing, they have where you can pretty much pick what college you want to go to. Like I would, if I was like living like a simulation life and like I was a star quarterback, I would go play
Right.
at either this school, UCLA,
UCLA.
or fucking USC. Like, why would you just be in
For
California?
sure, dude.
Those two
Right.
are
Definitely go to
beautiful
California.
weather, fucking probably ridiculous women. Like, stop.
Hell yeah,
What
dude.
else would you do?
What more could you want?
Yeah, no, that's probably where you should do it. But anyway, they do fall to Arizona State, which apparently is the best party school in the whole country. So that's another very good option.
Ah, that's
But
true. I've heard
they don't
that.
have a beach. They don't have the beach there, so there's that.
True, true.
But anyway, they stopped partying for long enough to kick the shit out of UCLA. Or not kick the shit out of them, but get a huge win for themselves, which they haven't done too much. That's a good win for them this year. And that's college football, Chris. A team that's not even ranked can come out and beat number 9. You love to see it.
I sure do. You know I love to see it.
All right. Well, before we move
college
on, Chris, we do want to talk about the UFC event that just happened. But did you have a non-sponsor sponsor for us before we moved on?
Yeah, so I'm not sponsored by Dole Pineapple, who you may remember them from such fun things as like staging a coup to steal Hawaii so we can have the pineapples.
What?
So yeah, the old pineapples. We stole Hawaii. What's up?
What?
and they don't sponsor this podcast. But
Right, right,
anyway,
right, right, right.
so that's them.
All right.
But anyway, so the UFC event, they held that at MSG, which is fun for New York. I was actually there on Saturday to work, and I walked by. There was a lot of energy, a lot of people that were obviously there for the fights. It was good stuff. And Alex Pereira became the new middleweight champion, beating Israel Adesanya for the third time in their careers. He beat him twice in kickboxing. Um, once by decision and then the second time, Izzy was doing much better. He was actually beating him, and Alex knocked him out. So that was kickboxing, and then Izzy moves over to UFC. Works his way up through the division to become champion. Defended his title a few times, which to be fair, not the most exciting performances since that's my man Moicano. He's a savage. He did good tonight. Um,
He looks
but
happy.
yeah, he hasn't been putting up the most impressive performances. Just kind of like decisioning guys out. And then Alex Pereira comes in and Izzy was doing good, was controlling the first few rounds, but Pereira knew when to pour it on and TKO'd him again, so he's totally Izzy's kryptonite. He followed him to a whole nother sport to kick his ass there and take his belt. So that's kind of funny.
That's crazy.
Anyway, yeah, so he's champion now.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because Izzy was fucking good, right? Like, really good.
Yeah, he was. Yep. He was an incredible striker, and then he picked up at least good takedown defense, kind of wrestling. Like, he wasn't exactly, dangerous on the ground, but he knew enough not to go there. Or, to be okay until he got up or the round ended or whatever. But yeah. So
Good for him.
new middleweight champ.
Nice. He looks like a bad motherfucker. I definitely wouldn't want to see him in a dark
Yeah.
alley. I would be a lot.
Yeah,
If it was like me and him in a dark alley and like he was walking at me and I was walking, I would probably turn and try to outrun him.
he's a really big dude too. Like he
Yeah.
cut down to 185 for the weight, and then he rehydrated 26 pounds
Oof.
before the fight.
Oh, damn.
He blew up. He put on 26 pounds.
Oh man.
So that's nice.
That's nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And then co-main
And
event, Zhang.
Wiley Zhang won. Yeah, it's not surprising. Everyone expected her to blow through poor Esparza.
Oh no, Carla.
Yeah. Oh no. And Dustin Poirier, Chandler.
He
That
needed a
was
win. That's a big win for Dustin.
Oh yeah, for sure,
He
dude.
needed a win. Michael Chandler on is kind of struggling a little bit. Or wait, he was
Dude, but he only loses to the. That's who he's fighting. He's fighting the absolute top of the division. But yeah, he's lost his last couple. But he just challenged Charles Oliveira for the belt. He lost that one. Dustin Poirier,
Dustin Poirier's that
he
motherfucker.
he most definitely is. He's almost like he's done chasing the belt. He's just kind of like fighting who he wants to fight at this point.
Well, this is a good win for him for sure.
Oh, definitely. And Frankie Edgar retired. They're kind of expecting him to get wrecked, and he did.
He did.
And
Frank Edgar is still fighting. That's crazy.
Isn't it though? Like, dude, he's a throwback from way back in the day.
Chill on the beaches of Tom's River.
Yeah, what's funny about that is back when I was going to kids wrestling meets, I saw him at one. His kid was there wrestling. His kid was really good, absolutely wrecked his opponent. But yeah, he was there at the event. It was kind of cool.
Well, Well, good for him, man.
Yeah,
I hope he enjoys retirement, finds something to do with his time. He has a gym or two, you said, right?
yeah, yeah. He's actually got one. It's up by like Ridgewood, Wyckoff area. He's got a big UFC gym. With Frankie with his name on it.
Nice. Cool.
And yeah, he might have more than one. I think he might have one in Tom's River too.
Well, either way, good for this Chris guy. Fellow Chris
Yep,
out there getting a win.
yep. Little lad. Yeah, Chris Nation on the rise.
And Dan Hooker, dude, was another just still out here doing it, huh?
Yeah, dude. Dan Hooker's a badass dude. Like he's lost a couple, but again, he's fighting the absolute top of the division. He's fighting the cream of the crop.
Right.
So
Well,
yeah,
good to see him back in the win column then.
yeah, he's a savvy old vet.
Then we got Piera.
Yeah, Moicano.
Oh
Moi,
yeah, who we were talking about earlier had a good night.
yeah, Renato Moicano doing his thing.
Took some hits.
Yeah, it was a good night. There was some. Oh yeah, Ryan Spawn.
This guy looks pretty cool.
Dominic Reyes might be done, dude. Like we say this thing in UFC, like, well, in yeah, UFC pretty much. That, like, dudes just aren't the same after they fight John Jones. Like,
Damn.
they tend to go on a little bit of a losing streak.
And you just lose your
Like,
confidence. You're like, holy shit, dude.
exactly, dude. And like Reyes has not been able to pull out of that. He's like I don't. He might have one win since he fought John Jones, but I don't think so. I think he might be like 0-4 or 5 since he fought Jones. It's crazy.
Well,
But yeah.
good for Ryan.
Yep. Good for you, buddy.
Aaron
Getting it done.
over Molly.
Yeah, she took out Molly McCann.
Nice.
Molly's from
Looks
from
young,
England.
Girl, Aaron.
Yeah, a lot of the girls coming in.
23-year-old prospect. How about that? Nice.
Yep.
Andrew Pulaski. Look at this motherfucker. That's a bad looking motherfucker, dude.
Jeez. Yeah. Middleweight.
Ooh, so
Yep.
it was the old veterans fighting, huh?
Unanimous decision. Yep.
All right. This guy.
Yeah, we don't have to go into the early prelims. Oh, Anna Kolikowski. Yeah, she wins again. She's cute.
Cool.
That's her second win in a while. Before that, she was on like a 4-fight losing streak. So
Nice.
it's nice to see her pull out and get in a couple.
Good deal. Well,
Yeah.
Chris, this has been yet another lovely episode here of Sports by Compian. We want to go ahead and end it with just a simple quote about what are we gonna have this quote about? About what you should do, because it's coming winter time. A lot of dark days ahead. It gets darker out here a lot faster, and people start to wonder that during this time. They get sad. They get wondering
Shorter days.
what's happening. Why are we doing it? Oh, it's winter time. Well, just remember through all this that you should always be an ally to good and nightmare to evil. All right, boys.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it goes down. Sports by Compian out.